Wawampe. 2 aunts and uncles saw my grandfather and described him as a shadow with his silhouette. They saw him walking from inside the house and then leaving the house. My parents and my grandmother told me about this because they traveled to that city that weekend. I would like to ask if there is any reason why 3 relatives saw him at the same time. Thank you very much for your attention. Then a day later, she updated that today my brother told me that he dreamed about my grandfather. He said he saw him in the house where my grandfather lived, and that we were with the family and my grandfather was smiling and looked very happy. He also said he saw him looking about 20 years younger. Additionally, when I counted the days, today marks the 49th day since he passed away on June 14th.
Oh, okay. So, what do you think, Master Z? The Mexicans dream a lot. I mean, one.
I feel his blacks on the altar and together with others, and I feel during the process, I feel he's the person difficult to leave. Other 2 is easier to leave, but I think eventually he left. That's what I think, Master.
Yeah, you have a lot to learn. Very good. First of all, it is interesting that Patricia just came to us this year, right? Only recently, last year. And somehow she liked the Chan training and the Pureland training, and when the grandfather passed away, she didn't even want to go home, and even her mother asked her to go home. She said, I'd rather not, but we convinced her to go home and be with the family. Somehow she decided to ask us to help him get to the Pureland. It's amazing. The Pureland Dharma door is is based on faith. If you believe, you can get help. You don't believe, then it's not much we can do. Somehow she believed and she asked us to help. So we we help. We never helped a Mexican individual before, so it may not work. So this is what they experience. So first of all, the day before, the day in question, they saw the uncles and the aunts saw the grandfather in a house somewhere. They lived, and they all saw them. So, and then the next day, the brother dreamt of the grandfather. So when they saw here, when in the email here says saw, meaning during the day or in a dream or what? Do you know?
I think they saw him during the day.
They saw during the day.
Reads to me. Yeah, she didn't say in a dream.
Wow, the Mexicans are scary. They see ghosts during the day. It's not uncommon for... so what happened is that the grandfather made it to the Pureland, and in a newly formed BLI Spanish-speaking neighborhood. We first bring them to different neighborhoods based on language first, before we merge them, okay? And get them to eat pho. And so occasionally, the individuals are allowed to get back here. The Western Bliss Pure Land is very far away. So for you to get there, for individuals to get there, they would require the Buddha's help. There's no way for them to get there. It's just too far, okay? So with the Buddha's power, spiritual powers, this is why in the Pure Land Dharma door, after you passed, and the Buddha allows you to go to his Pure Land, he would himself personally come to you, come here in particular, and bring with him a lotus days, okay, where he says, "Would you like to go with me to the Pure Land?" Okay, and so the individual would get on the lotus days, okay, and sit on the lotus days and close around him, okay, and then the Buddha then brings him back to the Pure Land. When they get there, the lotus days opens up, and the individual, the first being, the first person that he sees is Amitabha Buddha, and Amitabha Buddha speaks Dharma for him and says, "Son, welcome to Western Bliss Pure Land. Okay, before we send you to Bodhi Line International neighborhood camp, I have a few rules I need you to know," and so forth. It's a pep talk, okay? And don't worry about masteryonghua. He has a temper, but actually he's very kind and compassionate, and so forth. He speaks a little bit about me, you know? I think. And so this is what happens in a Pure Land. You go to the Pure Land, and you're given some time to settle, okay? And occasionally, depending on the individuals, then the newly arrived will have a chance to go back to the Saha world to sort of send the message to the relatives that he made it and that he's okay, he's doing well, okay? And this is what we found out early on in my when I started helping people get to the Pure Land. And the first cases that came back is for my sake, because I wasn't sure I knew what I was doing, and if I was not happy with the process, I would stop. Okay, if this 49-day service is designed to help you get to the Pure Land, and we're doing it for you, and it really doesn't work at all, then there's no point in me doing it anymore. So the first few cases was designed to reassure me that whatever I learned actually is helpful. Okay, and then as a learning experience for me, and to know that the process actually works. And then thank you very much. And then also importantly is to reassure the loved ones, because people tend to be very afflicted. It's a big loss for a lot of people. So they wonder about where their loved one went and so forth. So out of compassion, the Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, allowed them to get back to our world in some form, to send a message, some sort of message to reassure them, okay? And consistently, for all these times, it doesn't always happen, but when it happened quite often, quite a lot, not often, but quite a lot of times. They came back in a very settled form. They never said, not a single time at all, where they said that I made it to the Western Bliss Pureland. Never. Whether it's here at our temples, or I heard a couple of cases at Mahayana's temples. The message back to us, to the surviving relatives and family, is never that direct. They never said, I made it to Amitabha Buddha's Buddha land at all. But they said, I'm fine and I'm doing well. And you see here the brother who was able to see the grandfather. He looked a lot younger. That's what happens usually. When they get there, Amitabha Buddha usually send them to have plastic surgery first and make them feel better, okay, so that they can look themselves, mirror in the wall. How do I look now? and so the message always been that they're happy, they're younger, they dress very well, and so forth. So they're quite better off, much better off than before, and then it's my job then to explain to them, yeah, that's they made it, because I then confirm for the family that that the particular individual, the deceased, made it to the Pure Land. Okay, so that's the nature of the Pureland Dharma door on our side. Is never obvious that we say, I made it, and yippee, and jumping up and down like a Chinese people do it here. No, we're cool. We just, yeah, I made it. No. I feel sorry for you. You're suffering so much. I'm no longer suffering. See, life in a silent world where we are is a lot of suffering. A lot more suffering. And whereas life in the Pure Land is all bliss and all peace. And therefore, as you can imagine, it's not kind to brag about it, not kind to flaunt it. Okay? And so that's why the message is always very subtle. Okay? And it's designed to inform us. In particular, it is to help reinforce the faith of those people who need help developing further faith. And usually it's because the family or the people involved have prior blessings with the Pureland Dharma door. That's why they wanted the rest of the family to take advantage of the Pureland Dharma door as well. So that's how. Well, that's why sometimes they're allowed back to reinforce the message. Okay? So that's what happens. Okay? And someday, hopefully, you abbots should also be able, or at least you, the next person who will be continuing the Pureland Dharma door, will be able to confirm it, at least for ourselves, okay, that we're helpful, that the individuals made it, okay. All right, So that's what happened. As to the previous day when the uncle and the two aunts saw something, probably he was fooling around. The grandfather is fooling around, traveling a little bit, because he figured, it's a short trip from Pureland back here, and he might as well take advantage to go sightseeing a little bit and visit a few places that are important to him before he has to go back, where the Buddha will put him to work. No more fooling around. Okay? Yes, YouTube.
Amidofo, Master. We had a YouTube comment from Patricia. She says, Master, thank you very much for helping my grandfather reach the Pure Land. I appreciate your help very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having faith in us. That's what we try to do. Pureland Dharma door to us is not talk. It's just too much talk. A lot of monks and nuns talk about it, and a lot of people get excited about it. But for me personally, I'm a doer. The Pureland Dharma door to me is meant for you to go there, not for me to talk about it. I talk about it to convince you to go there, okay, and do everything possible to go there. And this is why we're teaching the Pureland Dharma door. But for us personally, ultimately we're doing this is for you to go there at the end of your life. Don't take any more chances. That's all. Okay? And hopefully we continue to be able to do that. Somehow I'm been able to help out. I don't know how much longer, okay? Because with my big mouth, maybe Amitabha Buddha one day will get fed up with it and say, you talk too much. All right, any other questions and comments? No? We have a lot of Korean visitors. How much longer are you going to be here? Teji Sunim? Six.
8월 11일에 한국으로 갑니다.
Sarah cannot hear.
Excuse me?
Waymountain, please unmute Sarah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hi, Master. I'm going back to Korea on August 11th.
August 11th. So that's next week already. You and Cham Sunim are going back to Korea next week. Oh, so fast. Yes, do you want to say something, Master XZ?
Yeah, this week we also have, I think tomorrow, Chokyong will go back and
this week?
Yeah.
Chokyong and mother is going back? Are going back as well?
Yeah.
Very short stay, huh? Oh, wow. So soon. Yes, go ahead, Techi Sunim. I probably am leaving after this weekend, going back to Southern California. So, yes, go ahead.
지금 석 달이 되게 짧은 것 같기도 하고 또 짧은 시간은 아니었는데 너무나 감사한 시간을 보냈다는 걸 꼭 말씀드리고 싶었습니다. 진심으로 감사드립니다. 마스터 그리고 마스터지 그리고 모든 승가분들께 진심으로 감사드립니다.
Master, I've been here for 3 months. I feel it was really short, but when you look at it, actually, it's not really short time too. But I really feel grateful for all the help from Master Z, and Sangan. I deeply appreciate everybody's help. Thank you.
Okay, very good. I'm glad you're able to finally make it here to the U.S. I understood when you first joined us in Kayland, our temple in Kayland, you weren't interested in going to the U.S. at all, right? You didn't speak much English, couldn't speak the language, and were used to. You've been a nun for a long, long time, and you like the lifestyle there. It's much better than at our own temples in Kayland, because our temple in Kayland are kind of not really temples at all. Tiny rooms and not much space, and especially no real Buddha hall at all. And so it took you a while to get acclimated, and we typically, for you to know, all of you to know, for the people who are recently accepted into the Sangha, we typically give you about 6 months to a year for you to get acclimated. The longer you've been a monk or nun before joining us, usually it takes a bit longer for you to adapt because you picked up a lot of habits from the other system that need to be undone. Okay, the easiest way for you is to undo them. Okay, so that's why we are patient. We let you. We let you get acclimated gradually, okay? Take as long as you need. And typically I observe, took about, how long it took you? I think it took you around 9 months or so. Because we are a mess. Our people are very unruly. They don't know what they're doing. And that's part of the training, okay? For everyone. And so for me as well, I said, why are they here? But anyway, and so I know it's very tough for you initially. And did you have thoughts of leaving? I'm curious, going back to the Jogye order.
힘들긴 했어도 떠나고 싶진 않았습니다. 어떻게든
Don't lie now. You are bhikshuni. You're not supposed to lie, especially not to me. Did you consider leaving? Yeah?
아니요, 없었습니다. 그래서
No?
예, 뭐든지 뭔지는 모르겠는데 뭔가를 배우고 싶었고 제가 이제
He's gained weight. He ate a lot. He gained weight, right? Your boy? Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead. Translation.
Master, I never consider leaving our temple. I don't know what it is, but I want to learn more.
Yeah, but you were so afflicted, I'm told. You were yelling at everyone. You're doing it wrong.
네, 번뇌는 많았지만 여기를 벗어나서 문제를 해결하려고는 생각을 하지 않았고요. 어떻게든 제가 이제 변해야겠다는 생각을 하니까는 악재까지 붙어 있으려고 했습니다.
Yes, Master, there were a lot of afflictions, but I never thought to solve those afflictions away from our temple. I decided that I need to change. So I did, no matter what, I'm going to do my best. That was my...
I don't get it. You had to change or we had to change? Because we didn't do it right. Look at him. He's wearing big shoes, clothes, but he doesn't know what he's doing. Just take a look, you can tell right away. He's no real monk.
미국에 흥미가 없었.
She agrees, of course.
네, 미국에 흥미가 없었던 게 아닌데 이번 석 달 동안 선실도 잘 보내게 됐고요. 그리고 제가 거의 이렇게 자유롭게 시간을 보내고 놀고 이렇게 하는 걸 많이 못했었는데 미국에서 너무 너무 놀랄 정도로 많이 놀고 너무 풀어지게 심하게 놀고 웃고 그렇게 지내서 새로운 경험을 하게 돼서 진심으로 감사드립니다.
Master, actually, I had an interest going to the U.S. from the beginning.
Oh.
For the 3 months, I spent really good time for Chanchi, and I wasn't able to really have a free time or play in Korea. But when I came to U.S., surprisingly, I pray hard, and I did extremely play.
Surprisingly,
with so much freedom.
So much freedom.
This.
No, we don't know what we're doing. That's why you think it's freedom.
It was a new experience. Thank you so much.
I remember when you first came, you cried a lot. Now you're in the U.S. for 3 months. I hardly saw you crying at all. I said, is this the same person? Okay, this is a good thing we have a mix like this, because basically we don't know what we're doing. Okay, we lucked out. We got lucky, and we somehow people probably were monks and nuns in a prior lifetimes, and that's why now they seem to know what they're doing after a while. But so it's a nice mixture of us not knowing what we're doing, and for you, experienced monks and nuns who have been trained the proper way. I myself was not trained properly. Okay. Because I was too arrogant and too rebellious. Okay, I felt that the Chinese style is too stuffy, too rigid, too not good enough. Okay, and so I went around. I never could like any system. Not Korean, not Taiwanese, not Vietnamese, not Sri Lankan, you name it. I never liked any of them. Feel that everything is too stuffy. Okay? It's good for the average. That is, if you want to raise sheeps and train sheeps. But we Americans are not sheeps. Okay? The real Americans are not sheeps. They're unruly, and they are very arrogant, and so it's not a good fit for the Asian system. So anyway, so we're very lucky now that we have a mixture of experienced Sanghas like Cham Sunim and you, and back there, what's the name again? Booze?
Yeah, Booze.
Yeah, Booze, and so forth. Wantek Sunim, Sangwuk Sunim, and Chungin Sunim, and so forth. And so it's good to preserve that knowledge of the traditional style of the Sangha training, but it's too slow and not effective enough for me. Okay, and so we have a mixture here. So it's very nice for us to have this kind of mixture. Okay, we should learn from each other. Okay, you we are too unruly, but which frees us from the inefficiencies of the Asian style of the Sangha training. Okay. On the other hand, you Asian Sanghas have been trained the proper way, so we aim to keep and preserve what really works. So it will be a mixture of old and new. For us, that's the American style. Americans basically is not American. We steal with things from others and call it American. Okay, so we are a mixed bag. We have no real identity. Okay, so I'm very happy, in particular for you, Teji Sunim, where that now you made it to 4A, which is extremely difficult nowadays. I went to Korea, I didn't see that many nuns, Sunims, who are at that level. Okay, very rare to see it. So I'm very happy for you, and it's not an easy thing to do. Let me assure you, the Buddha said that already. In a Dharma ending age, which is where we are right now, most people who practice Buddha Dharma, practice Chan and so forth, will not make it. Will not make it to 4A at all. Very small percentage make it to low level, first stage Arhat, 1A, second stage Arhat, 2A, third stage Arhat, 3A. Primarily, most of you people over your country will make it to 1 through 3A, but very rarely will you make it to 4A. Very, very difficult. Okay? So for you to make it, now you should go back and ask your disciples to build you big temples. Okay? And we can, all we ask for is a small wing in your big temple. Siena Sunim doesn't ask for much. He asks for, her own apartment and so forth. So keep it in mind, okay? We will always be poor, so we count on you to bring us more temples. But anyway, come back anytime, okay? Is there anything else you wish that you would like to do before you go back? Cham Sunim. Anything you'd like to do before you go back at all? And would you like to say something at all? Go ahead, 6.
제가 단식 거의 마지막 되어갈 때쯤에 마스터께서 지금의 상태를 기억하라고 하셨는데요. 제가 단식이 끝나고 음식이 이제 몸에 들어가니까 욕심껏 막 많이 먹게 되고, 그래서 그런지 예전으로 돌아가는 듯한 느낌을 계속 받는 겁니다. 이런 생각이 드는 거는 어떻게 해야 되겠습니까? 성질도 더 많이 나고, 그러니까 번뇌가 일어나는 거는 계속 예전하고 비슷한 것 같기도 하고, 그래서 그냥 예전으로 돌아가는 듯한 느낌 같은 거 있잖아요. 네네, 그런 거. 네.
Master, I have a question. I remember what you said on the last part of my fasting. You told me, remember this state. After fasting is done, I start to eat, and I was greedy, and I ate a lot, and all the food. And I have this strange feelings, this thoughts in my mind and affliction. I feel like I'm going back to before the fasting. I feel like I'm going back to those states. What should I do with these thoughts and afflictions?
That's normal. Because the people around you afflict you. Wherever you go, people will afflict you. That's life in the Saha world. So you have to meditate again. So you need to meditate every day because that's how you maintain yourself, your current level. Okay? And just that's a normal thing. Okay? And if you need help, you could call us. You could call Master Z. You could call the abbots and talk to them. Okay? Ask the abbots for guidance and help. Okay? You can talk to all of them. You can talk to Master XC over there. You can talk to Master XZ. You can talk to Master XX and so forth. Okay? That's what you do. You still have a lot to learn. 4A is nothing yet. In our world, in our environment, 4A is just too many of you. Okay? Maybe a big deal in your country, in the nun side, but it's not a big deal here in our world, in the US. Okay? You still have a lot to learn. YouTube.
Yes, Master, we have a question from Sean around the world. What is a first stage arhat? Master, how does one move from arhat to bodhisattva level?
Oh, it's a rather lengthy process. Typically, you go through the Asian system, especially when I talk about Asian, I'm not talking about the older Asian system. I'm talking about the existing, the current Buddha Dharma that's practiced in Asia. I'm not talking about Master Xunhua, my teacher's generation. It's totally different. Okay? But nowadays, if you were to learn Buddhism in Asia, that system there, they're quite different from ours. And that's why I chose to call ours American, not Asian, because we do things a lot more differently than you Asians realize. So in our system, we are much more explicit in that I tell, for example, lay people to get the first stage arhat because it is significant enough for you to begin to have wisdom. Okay, but typically our sanghas, we like them to reach 4A eventually because that's the beginning of real wisdom, where we're able to train them a lot better, and they can go a lot higher this lifetime or next lifetime. Okay, and so the system that you're learning, whether it's Chan practices or Pureland practices or the mantras that we transmit to you and practice with you, or ceremonies, and everything we do is geared towards bringing everyone to 1A as soon as possible. And lo and behold, without even knowing it, the people who've been following me for a long, long time, they would go to the temple on weekends, and that's all. That's all they have time for. They would come once on a weekend. Okay? Quite a few never bothered joining a qi, whether it's 4 qi or chan qi, Never, ever. Only once on a weekend. That's it. Okay? And after 10 years or so, miraculously, they all made it to 1A at least. So something is working. I don't know what. We got lucky. That's all I know. Americans are very lucky. Asians are supposed to take a beating. We're weak. We need more luck. Yes, Xian An Sunim. She likes to be known as Sunim, you know. Please remember that.
I'm too Korean now, after 4 years. So I have a question. So in Korea, Master, there are some sunims, they're enlightened, like we know. And if the people who go to the temple regularly attend the ceremony with those monks, would they also reach first stage Arhat as well?
Possible.
If they...
The whole system. We will not explain to you what it takes to get there, because there's so many branches, so many pathways. But as I said, you follow the schedule, and it happens. In the U.S., whether it happens in K-Land, I'm not sure. None of my business. It's your country. Okay? Hopefully it happened too. Well, I need at least 10 or 20 years before I can make that proclamation. See, I speak because I've observed it. I don't have anything to tell you except, gossip with you. That person made it to 1A. Oh, you made it to 2A and so forth. It's called gossiping. See? And it takes time for me to see it. It's how fast you go. It's not up to me. So what do you want from me? Give you a promise that you K people, K-pop, K-mom will also make it in Korea? Why should I? Yes, Jam Sinim, would you like to say anything? 4.
예, 시간이 빨리 지나간 것 같습니다. 글쎄요, 무슨 얘기를 해야 좋을지 모르겠는데,
Really fast. I don't know what to say.
여기 상가와 그 다음에 이제 마스터, 그 다음에 주지스님, 그 다음에 같이 정진하시는 모든 분들께 감사하다는 말씀 드리고 싶습니다.
I'd like to thank Sangha, Master, Abbots, and all the people vigorously cultivating in this temple.
지금 제가 통역기가 없이 앉아 있어가지고 지금 어떤 맥락에 무슨 말을 해야 되는지 지금 잘 모르겠습니다.
I'm sorry, Master. I'm not wearing my transponder, so I don't know what I need to say. He's not wearing anything right now. He's not listening to Korean translation somehow.
He's not?
No.
Okay, and then let him be. Okay. All right. Anyone would like to say anything to them? They're leaving next week. Last chance. No one? You don't care? Okay, we don't care. Master Z, would you like to tell them anything? You've been to both countries. You live in K-Land for a few years.
As a master, first I think I thank you for the Sunim and lay people take their time and effort to be at DTT and practice together. And actually I learned from them too how hard they work and learn how they focus because they, for example, like Tachi Sunim, she came and fast very long time, and I see that she can endure a lot. So that is a good thing. Hopefully she can continue to do it in Korea.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I think that enduring is very important for our training. And same to James Sunyim, and he came and he opened his mind to accept our practice. So that is a big chance for him. So hopefully he can continue to do that, to learn more about our system in Korea. And lay people, I'm really happy for them to spend time here and practice and work hard and contribute. And hopefully in the future they can make them to have more opportunity to come to the US and get training from master. That's all I can say.
Okay, thank you. I don't want to mislead you. It's not that all of you will be able to make it to 1A or 4A and so forth. The training, it doesn't discriminate whether you're man or woman or child, or your color, the color of your skin, and so forth. We can't care less, or your sexual preferences or whatever, ethnicity is totally irrelevant, and we don't discriminate at all. It's about your own choice that you can absorb as much as you can, and then good things happen because we teach basically all of you the same thing. It's your progress depends on how much you're able to absorb. That's all. It's not like I prefer. I'm told I prefer women over men. It maybe there's some truth in there. I'm also told that I don't like. What do I like? I don't like. And basically, I don't like everyone. So I have a lot of faults, but somehow it works. Okay, and so that's the nature of the process. Eventually, over time, maybe the abbots or the future leaders of your next generation will be able to understand why it works, okay? Because then it will be their turn to be responsible to train the next generation. I take the training of the next generation very seriously, meaning that whatever I know, I hope to be able one day transmit to all of you so that you can be better. That's my goal, that you be better than me and make American Mahayana better, more powerful, more beneficial, so that it keeps growing. Okay, I call it American Mahayana because I feel that the Chinese Mahayana that my master, my Chinese teacher brought here is decaying. It's not growing anymore. So I don't want to be, I don't want to have the same kind of faith as they, if I follow the same path, the same type of training. Okay? So we have a lot of work to do, and it's going to be more fun. Okay? All right. Thank you, everyone. Let's get up and do the lunch offering, and then go eat lunch. I'm hungry.